Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq. Joining us for this segment, we have Sanjana Prabhakar, Index Research Specialist with Nasdaq Investment Intelligence, for a review of year-to-date performance in the Nasdaq 100 and the AI arms race in the Big Seven. Sanjana, it's great to see you as always. Welcome back to Trade Talks. And let's take a look at your first slide here and take a look at the first half and the second half and how you would characterize them.
Sure, Jill. Thank you very much. So as you can see in the first slide here, we are looking at the first half of 2023. We believe, as you can see, the first half of 2023 was largely characterized by a big tech surprising to the upside. My colleagues and I have been on Trade Talks earlier and provided some details into the drivers for big tech outperformance. For example, we flagged NVIDIA as the biggest beneficiary of the AI boom and Microsoft's first mover advantage with generative AI. Since then, we've seen a slew of announcements surrounding both AI investments and product launches by the Big Seven, and we go into some of the details in our next slide. Also wanted to flag that there was much to celebrate by way of stronger economic data in the first half of 2023. We saw the US economy post the strongest recovery among the G7 countries, with GDP surpassing pre-pandemic levels. Inflation came down substantially from 2022 highs. The labor market proved to be more resilient than expected, and the consumer was stronger than expected as well. And as you can see, the second half of 2023 saw a shift in the narrative with the sentiment shifting from optimism to caution. You saw the markets factor in an uncertain economic and monetary policy outlook. While inflation moderated, it remained above target, leading to fears for higher rates for longer. And as you can see, the Nasdaq 100 broke its 5-month streak of gains in the month of August. And most recently, at its most recent meeting, the Federal Reserve maintained a dovish tone, signaling that the end of rate hikes is likely near, which is likely to weigh on the trajectory of markets going forward.
All right, and let's take a look at AI for a moment here, because clearly it's more than just ChatGPT.
Yes, absolutely. And that's what we wanted to capture in our second slide here. I mean, given the outsized impact that AI has had on the performance of the Nasdaq 100 this year, we wanted to provide an update into AI, specifically how the Big Seven is leveraging AI. And as you mentioned, AI extends beyond ChatGPT. I mean, take a look at the product announcements made by the Big Seven. We get a sense for how it's being leveraged across multiple verticals, across auto, electronics, healthcare, and advertising. If you look at Tesla, it has an advanced driver assistance system called Autopilot for various driving tasks, a battery management system which uses AI algorithms, and a navigation system that uses real-time traffic data. And if you look at NVIDIA, which we have flagged as the biggest beneficiary of AI, it has near monopoly in generative AI-capable GPUs. We have also seen generative AI gain rapid momentum. That's something we wanted to flag. Finally, we also wanted to address the question that has been on the minds of most investors and broader market participants. Are we likely to see more momentum from AI driving the markets further? And here we wanted to draw the attention of our viewers to consider the valuation of the Big Seven. It is now trading at 27 times earnings estimates for 2022, according to a study by Goldman Sachs, which signals more robust earnings growth for the year ahead, and it's down from its 2023 peak of 34.
And finally, let's take a look at the Nasdaq 100 relative to other benchmarks, because again, obviously concentration risk with the Big Seven is a concern.
Yes, absolutely. And we wanted to summarize the year-to-date performance here. And as of October, the Nasdaq 100 has been up 38%, outperforming the broad-based benchmarks, including the S&P, the Nasdaq Q50, and the Russell 2000. As we flagged earlier, the Nasdaq 100 posted its best first half of the year, and the reversal in the performance of the index has been quite impressive, considering the lows that we saw in 2022, where the constituents were weighed down by aggressive rate hikes for the Fed. And to your point about concentration risk, as we have been highlighting earlier, we believe that the fundamental underpinnings of the Nasdaq 100 remain quite strong, with the momentum from AI likely being a new secular driver going forward.
All right, Sanjana, I appreciate the insight as always. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.
Thank you very much.